All right. Good morning, Dale and Jerry. I do. Yeah, we need some
Like the Lone Ranger or something. Well, maybe.
But there's two of you.
That's true.
Yeah, and I'm not Tonto.
The Lone Rangers.
Hi, Jeff.
Good morning, gang.
Hello, Mason County.
I saw a picture of you guys yesterday over at Spencer Lake Bar and Grill, no?
Yes, Spencer Lake Resort. Larry Lawrence, who was doing, I guess, responding to a unruly patron who turned out to be a little bit sketchy, and packing a handgun, which could have been worse because he did have a machine gun,
assault rifle.
An assault rifle
my gosh.
in his car.
Oh.
They found later.
Oh,
Yeah.
So anyway, Larry survived gunshot wounds and brought the guy down, and help came, and with the help of the Pioneer Kiwanis Club out there, they were all safe. Could have been a horrible, tragic incident. So he showed up. Jerry was in town the other day and ran into him, and so, well, let's go out and see how he's doing. He's working.
Back working.
I think he was back working on Friday. This thing happened like on Wednesday and Friday, and it was really kind of unique what happened. And the doctor says it's not uncommon, but a gunshot wound that went in. He said right
next to his heart.
Okay.
But it went around the rib cage, and he says that's a natural thing.
There's a term for it, and then it just lodged itself under the skin.
So it wraps,
in his back.
It follows the
rib cage around.
Follow the rib.
Yeah.
And it didn't go into any other organs, just laid there underneath the skin.
Yeah, so.
And I said, did you lose consciousness? And he goes, no. He says, I was laying there waiting for my lungs to fill up, or shock, or whatever. Because he says, I got, when you get shot here, you go, oh, that's not good. And
no, that's where all the pieces are.
So we've renamed him. We're calling him the Charles Bronson of Mason County.
So it was fun to catch up with Larry. I hadn't, like we do with our friends, we lose touch with him, So this was a good reason to come out and talk to him for a while and kind of get up to speed with what they're doing. They've got a big fishing derby coming up here on the 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday?
The Spencer Lake Fishing Derby.
Yes, and so still plenty of room for you if you want. It starts at daybreak and goes till 5 all day out at Spencer Lake. It is for kids 12 and under. Lots and lots of great prizes, including bicycles, cash. Merchants from all around the region have donated hundreds of gifts for the kids, and it's a big, big, big event. And it is it's an experience and a memory that kids will remember forever.
Oh, yeah. These are good things.
Yeah.
They're fun.
We're going to get the hook here in a minute.
No, you're not. Last week, you're giving him the hook? Because I got to talk to you about Meals on Wheels.
Yeah. It was
so that was
great.
my adventure, and she had another.
Well, yes, and I did go in and serve Meals on Wheels, and it was they treated me like a celebrity, and I'm kind of going, what? Wait a minute.
Well,
and Isaac was there. He's the volunteer coordinator, I believe, for South Sound seniors, and the same group that takes care of Thurston County takes care of Mason County. But I worked there with a couple other volunteers, and first of all, we were putting meals together and I was sealing them and putting them away for delivery to the homes, and then while they were preparing the lunch for the day, and they serve lunch every day, evidently Monday through Thursday. They serve about more than 40 people per.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's up at the pavilion.
Right, and the cost of it is a volunteer contribution of $3 to $6. And anyway, it was a very pleasant experience, and I urge anybody to go and do that. And the one of the ladies, I'm trying to think of her name. Anyway, she volunteers one day a week on Wednesdays. Because a lot of times with volunteer jobs, you think, I want to volunteer, but I don't want a full-time job.
No.
And so she does it on Wednesday. She goes there, and her job is chopping vegetables. The other person I was working with, Harry, he was filling up the trays with the prepared meals and then passing them on to me to seal. And then the actual serving, we put the stuff on the plates and serve to the people through the door. So I believe there'll probably be something there on the meals or on the senior their website, and I apologize. I don't know what the name of that is.
They got a good kitchen up there at the.
Oh, excellent! That
Pavilion
was
is
one of
huge.
the
Yeah.
that was one of the main attractions for that building when the senior center moved in. There was that kitchen and the fact that they could do Meals on Wheels as well as serve or rent out the pavilion for other events.
Huh.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, so that was really great. But then, was it yesterday already? when I went to the hearing to charge.
Sure.
First of all, we didn't know who had done the shooting. We'd heard through the grapevine, and coincidentally, the sheriff's office did their press release about the same time.
Yeah.
But to see who the shooter was and listen to what he said. And basically, you know, what he said is he felt threatened and he was protecting his property. And he didn't think he had done anything wrong. What else are you going to say in front of a judge? But, you know, seriously, we've heard many times people say if somebody's in your house and you shoot them, make sure that they fall inside the house versus outside,
I've heard
right?
things like that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that's kind of like, I want to say common knowledge, and maybe he didn't understand more than that. We'll see, but...
I thought it was interesting. The sheriff's office added the RCWs in their press release,
Yes.
explaining kind of the self-defense, not stand your ground laws, but you know the
Right.
similar what we have here in Washington.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting in there because there was a lot of
Controversy, yeah.
controversy and comments on Facebook and stuff
Sure.
about
Yeah.
this. Like,
Well, there's a lot of emotion about this because it is, but. You know, we'll see how it all plays out. You know, we have the same understanding as everybody with the press releases and everything.
Yeah.
I think the key here is that he was in the house one time and left the house,
Yeah.
and that's where the things changed.
Yeah.
So
And so I think everybody was anticipating murder in the second degree charge, but when the prosecutor said the fact that he went out and came back,
yeah.
that raised the charge because it appeared to be premeditated. So
Looks like we may get some further details from Prosecutor Dorsey by this afternoon, so we'll
Right.
see on that one.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm sure he's got. They were pretty busy that day. I was going to swing in and see if I couldn't catch him prior to the hearing, and it was a madhouse over there. He says, it's a good thing you didn't come over because, you know, this is like real-time things happening.
Sure.
We're going to go out and we're going to make decisions. We want to be right.
Yeah.
You know, and so you just don't realize all that stuff behind you. You know, it's like Law and Order. Man, one scene they're saying this is what we're going to do, and it's all calm and collected, and the next minute they're in front of a judge, blah, blah, blah.
there's a
And
lot of time between those two moments.
Yeah.
In real life.
In real life, there is a lot of time.
And one thing for Mr. Fanning, he was offered a court-appointed attorney if he couldn't afford one, and he said that he was going to get his own lawyer.
Okay,
So,
well.
you know, that's another thing that costs the county, you know, money, is those trials, and then of course, you know, the escort back and forth. Bail was set at $250,000 on him. So, and then you know, it's just like. And then I did attend the port meeting yesterday.
Oh, how are they? I think
Everybody was cool. I did post a
They'll be
picture
in
of.
today.
Commissioner Taylor will be. Wendy's not coming in.
Yeah, and they had quite a bit of stuff going on there as well. And
Don't steal all of Dick's thunder now.
oh, I won't. It was nice. I did take an opportunity to make public comment because Commissioner Patterson was the one that invited me to do the Meals on Wheels. And, you know, it was a very nice experience, and I wouldn't have really known how or who to contact. So now it's I've got Jolene's line. All I need to do, Jolene Black, all I need to do is say, hey, I want to volunteer for something, and she might send me. And Dale said he wanted to deliver.
You do a delivery?
Yeah.
You'd like that.
He'll be crying.
My dad and I did it once in high school for Thanksgiving deliveries.
Oh
in
wow.
Olympia,
Yeah.
And it was pretty.
Dale's
powerful.
such a soft-hearted
You'll
soul.
be there. You'll get stuck in. You'll be there all day.
Yeah, I can-
To each person.
Yeah, I know.
You'll
love it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You'll really like
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
We used to joke a lot about Bertha. Did you see Bertha? Come
Now, so
through?
Bertha came through, popped through,
Yeah.
just like a groundhog.
Just like a groundhog.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Did it stay
Washington.
shadow? Did it see his shadow?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
60 feet, I guess, is how big that tunnel is. I never really even thought about that.
Yeah, it's big. It's huge. So it's it's a phenomenal piece of engineering.
It is.
just
Now,
took
what
a
do you do
long
with
time.
the
And
used Bertha?
Are they still on 2019 for a opening?
I don't know.
date?
Probably, because they still
Yeah,
got to
I
pave
think-
everything.
yeah.
Parts of it get thrown away because they're done. Parts of it get shipped back. And I think Bertha itself probably gets loaded up somewhere and off to the next tunnel.
Yeah.
No rest for those.
No rest for these folks.
For the big Berthas of the world.
Just make sure you remember
gosh.
this Bills coat.
And the first Mariner win is scheduled when?
Yeah. Well, the first Mariner game is scheduled. We got that for sure. I don't know when we'll get a Mariner win in here. You know, Houston, the doormats of the National League.
Yeah, came over, and now they're picked to be the champs of the American League West. And so far, we've scored 1 run in 2 games.
And that's-
I'm not going to push the panic button yet, but I think my finger's on it.
That's why you listen.
That's right. That's right.
There's always hope.
All right. What else are you guys moving on to this week? Anything for next week's program?
Well, next week, it's interesting because, of course, we have a special interest in PUDs and what they're doing,
Yep.
especially in the line of fiber and whatnot, since we resell their fiber. So we have plans on going to PUD meeting. However, the PUD meetings are the same day
At the same time.
at the same time. PUD 1
Oh, I see what you're
actually, but PUD 1 really doesn't do the fiber, but I do want to touch base with them just because they're in my community.
Yep.
They're at 1 or 2 o'clock on
Tuesdays?
on Tuesdays.
And Kitsap's the.
And Kitsap, and the reason we're going to Kitsap is Kitsap, if you look on their website, has got a lot of interest in fiber. So
Yeah.
I'm just interested in the how they're progressing versus how our PUD 3 is progressing.
Yeah, interesting.
And the other concern in talking with Economic Development Director Lynn Longan was the need for additional substations for business that's going on today. The need is now, plus we haven't even, Hall Equities, we know they need a substation to support that.